Support for Waveform comes from Anthropic, the team behind Claude. On this show, we follow our curiosity wherever it leads, whether that's exploring new hardware or diving deep into the latest tech developments. We never just stop at the surface. Claude is an AI collaborator designed for minds that aren't satisfied with the first answer. Whether you're researching industry trends, analyzing complex documentation, or even working through code that's giving you trouble, Claude thinks through problems with you. Try Claude for free at claude.ai/waveform.
Why do growing businesses love working in Slack? Let's ask Christy at Ari Bikes.
Running things in Slack saves me so much time.
AI summaries save 97 minutes per week. What say you, Rox from Gosney?
Slack helps us build community, it helps us build connection.
Your partners, vendors and customers all in one place. Take us on home, Ashley from Caraway.
If we didn't have Slack tomorrow, I would explode.
Well, let's not let that happen. Visit slack.com/podcast to get 50% off Slack Business Plus.
Could become a thing, but
there's
as of right
plenty
now,
of time for a gate on 17 to come out. We will cover it when it happens, but I don't think this is the gate we were all hoping for. I mean,
whoa!
Wow, Andrew exposed himself.
How much did Google pay you to say that?
Yo, what is up, people of the internet? Welcome back to another episode of the Waveform Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Marquez.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm David.
So this week in Techtober, we've got plenty. We have Instagram Creator Awards. We have a new electric skateboard, a new Books Palma update, of course, and also some new Teslas to talk about. We're also going to wrap it up with another segment of explaining mainstream news in tech terms. And I'll let you guess what mainstream news we're talking about before we get there in the episode.
But first,
fun format.
Oh, sorry.
No, yeah.
I jumped the gun there. This is something that's been weighing on me
meant a lot to you,
for a little bit. For the last week, I would like to open the episode with an apology to David, my good co-host here. To brighten up the apology mood, just let me tune my ukulele here.
Oh my God.
David, last week when we were talking about the greatest product in the world, the Microsoft Crocs, we all laughed at you because you didn't know what a chef was. And watching it back and a lot of comments, I can see where the confusion was, and it was on me. I uttered the words, chefs are the strictest type of shoe, when I meant to say chefs wear the strictest type of shoe. And I think it's a totally reasonable moment to be confused by that. So I'm sorry. I still really enjoyed laughing at you. It was really funny still, but I'm sorry.
Well, you know, Andrew, it takes a lot of vulnerability to open up to me like that.
Thank you.
And here on the Waveform Podcast, we're all very comfortable with our masculinity.
We are.
This is crazy.
That was the ukulele also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know I could play?
No, I had no idea. That's
I know.
Crazy.
You gotta break it out sometime.
That's crazy.
But I totally, reading it back, a lot of people, I was like, I understand it.
It was still funny.
It was still really funny.
It is still funny. I actually also have a correction from 2 weeks ago.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, we talked about how I canceled my Tesla Roadster reservation and I'd be waiting for forever for my $45,000 back.
You didn't cancel it?
Well, what happened actually was a bunch of news sites reported on it because when I went through the Tesla app process to go input the info for the refund, it said here is the info and here is where you will get the $45,000 back, which to me meant I'm not getting the original $5,000 back, which I spent to get in line. Turns out I did. They also sent me, so they wired back the $45,000, but then I also got a check in the mail days later for the initial $5,000 deposit. So I did get all of my money back. It just happened in two different forms and two different dates.
It's funny because out of all the things that happened, that was the least surprising to me because usually there is one part of a non-refundable deposit. So I thought that was just...
Didn't they call it non-refundable?
I assumed it was non-refundable.
It was refundable.
Oh,
it turned out to be refundable. So yeah, I did get all $50,000 back from the Roadster. That's the update from 2 weeks ago.
So if you're out there and paid that, fight for the other $5,000.
Yeah, you
Because
should.
it sounds like you don't get it unless you make a podcast about it later.
No, I think you should. I don't know why it's split between the wire and a mailed check several days later, but that should be
Like tax
anyone
reasons or
should be able
something.
to. Yeah. I mean, I did make the two payments separately, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Either way, here we are.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I want to talk about, just briefly, the Instagram Rings thing that I posted. This is something people were asking a lot of questions about, so I figured I'd just explain what it is. Instagram reached out to me a couple weeks ago at this point, and were like, hey, we have this new idea where we want to reward some creators and give them like physical awards. Do you want to be a part of that? I was like, oh, yeah, that's it's one of those nice things that platforms don't have to do, but I think it's nice when they do. An example of that on YouTube would be the little subscriber plaques that they give people. You get to 100,000, then 1 million, etc. This one's a little bit different, though. This one is a panel of judges, including the CEO, Adam Mosseri, picking a bunch of creators that they will reward for their creative choices and the risk-taking that they've done on the platform. And they were like, do you want to be a judge? And I said, yeah. So behind the scenes, I nominated some creators. All these other judges who are also Instagram people and creatives nominated other people. We all voted on each other's submissions, and the winners will be announced October 16th. I think it's pretty cool. The winners actually get a golden ring around their profile picture, and they also get like a real physical golden ring award.
I just want the golden ring around the profile picture.
That sounds pretty.
So they also get to change the background color of their profile.
Yeah, they get some customization,
which they should just have on all Instagram accounts.
It should be on all, but you get a gold one if you're a ring award. Yeah.
I have to say as well, I was doing research on this for the podcast episode to like put in the show notes, and I was reading an article about it, and I was like writing it all down. I was like, oh, it's a panel of judges. Okay, there's the, then I saw your face, and I was like, why would I explain this when Mark has literally a judge? I was. Anyway, so
I found out via a news article that you were a judge. That's why I was like, I hit you up on the side. I was like, do you want to just like talk about this?
Yeah, it's been such a it's been like a month of behind the scenes of me writing explanations for why I'm nominating these people, and then going through all the dozens of other nominations, and then casting a limited number of votes among the nominations to narrow the pool. And then we did it again. There was a smaller pool, and I had less votes, and I distributed my votes again. It was a whole thing. But yeah, I even actually don't know who the winners are at this point. They're going to unveil them all on the 16th.
Well, I do appreciate your nomination.
Damn, that was my joke.
I feel like it's like that episode of The Office where they're giving raises with the Boston baked beans from that game, and they're just putting them all on people's faces. Okay, no,
I did not. No idea.
Lots of confusion in this room right now.
But yeah, it was a good time. So if you wanna see who won, stay tuned to the @creators account on Instagram.
It's me.
Also, I interview Adam Mosseri. I talked about this, and I think we've teased this before, but some of the comments about like, oh, you're rewarding creators. While you're at it, you should probably pay them. And that is one of the topics that came up that we chatted about. So definitely stay tuned for the full interview. It's going to be its own episode here on the Waveform podcast of just grilling Adam about Instagram for a while. So
I just want to change my background color to pink. It'd be cool.
No, I want the gold ring. That's fire. The digital one, not the real one.
Okay.
I'm not
apparently on your stories too, if you are one of the... This is literally only 25 people. It will expand, obviously, when they do more of them. If they
That is unclear. That's an if. They've been very careful to not promise to do more of these.
It'd be crazy.
But I think they will do more
only
of these.
25 people ever.
Yeah.
Wait, Marquez, did you meet all the other judges by any chance?
I have not.
Spike Lee.
Have you met any of the judges?
Tiny's there too.
I don't think I've met any of the judges.
I don't think I really recognized any other ones.
I've recognized a bunch of them,
Spike Lee?
but I've never met Spike Lee. No, I've never met him. Maybe someday.
Well, next on the list, the boob's color.
Yes. Okay.
That's what I'm calling it for the rest of the time.
Yeah. So at IFA, I think that they preview this to a very select number of reporters, but there's a new Books coming out. If you don't know what the Books is, I got it in my hand right now. This is the Books Palma 2. Ellis and I are Books enjoyers.
We also are the books, right?
I don't care.
Okay, I'm just clarifying. Correct name. We will continue to call Books for the rest of it.
Yeah, when we first got them in the office, we were all of us were super into it. We just thought it was Books until someone was like, it's definitely pronounced Books.
Because that makes way more sense.
Because it's an e-reader. But we fell in love with Books.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's an e-reader that runs Android, and it's in the shape of a phone. So it's a phone without the networking capabilities. It does have Wi-Fi. I love it because I have the Kindle app on it, and I can just like push EPUB files on my laptop, and then it shows up on here. And because it has Wi-Fi, if I need to do something internet related, I can. It's pocketable because it's the shape of a phone. Most people think I'm just looking at my phone, but I'm actually reading a book. It's pretty awesome.
No one knows you're a nerd now.
No one knows I'm a nerd.
And the camera,
it's got a document scanner camera on the back, which is very fun.
You're underselling it. It has a really cool, fun plastic lens, and since it has no camera app, you can only use open camera, so you get no computational photography.
Yes.
On your exposures.
Have you pulled images?
Yes, I have.
Off of it? Are they like full color images?
They are. They are.
So
Have
funny.
you not seen the photos I've taken?
Well, because when I reviewed this, I was using the PDF scanner to like look through the viewfinder, but it's obviously still black and white, so I'm not
Because
looking at
the
the full
screen.
color photos. But I never even thought about pulling them.
They
Ellis
are
pulled
full
them.
color.
Ellis pulled them. They're fun.
They're
That's
tastefully bad.
hilarious.
Like in a way that is good.
Wow.
Anyway, they're making a Boox P6 Pro, which I assume the P stands for Palma. But right now, it is only announced in China, which is a bummer because I want one. But there are a couple different versions. They're making one with 8 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of internal storage with up to 2 terabytes via micro SD. There is 5G SIM capabilities. Yeah.
Oh.
But it is not yet clear whether or not the 5G means that you're going to be able to call and text people.
It could just mean internet
Just
connectivity.
internet, so that if you need to access
5G
Which I
iPad.
guess you could.
Yeah.
Wait, I have a question about the naming of it.
Yeah.
You say the P stands for Palma,
Probably.
which makes sense.
I'm not sure. It's just called
But the 6 stands for
I don't know if it's
4 releases past the last version, which was the Palma 2.
Yeah, I'm not really
Okay,
sure.
I'm just a little confused.
It is
on
kind
that
of
part.
strange. They do Boox does have multiple devices. They have ones that actually look more like standard e-readers as well, but the Palma just blew up.
This is the year of skipping numbers.
Yeah, it's true.
You know how Xiaomi just skipped numbers to get
What'd they go to?
They went straight to 17 to match up.
Yeah.
Xiaomi 17 Pro Max.
The OnePlus 2. Well, not the OnePlus 2, but the OnePlus 14 and went straight to the 15.
Yep. Because they don't like 4.
They don't like 4.
But it's 14.
It has a 4 in it.
No 4s at all.
If you write out the symbol for it, I'm sure you have the number 4 in it, and they just don't have it.
So the whole 40s.
I'm sure they won't have anything
20
before
years.
you. Exactly.
Huh.
Yeah, was there a P40 Pro for Huawei?
No, I thought there was a P40.
Did it go from P30 to P50?
I think it's only OnePlus Plus that
Oh, they
is
did
skipping
do
the
it.
4s. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. All right, well, the Boox P6 Pro is going to have a black and white version.
Rolls off the tongue.
Black and white version that's, I believe, like 300 dpi, and then there will be a color version that will be able to be used with a stylus, which is interesting.
Are they going to make a stylus, or it's just stylus?
They will sell stylus for it, yeah. So that's cool because if you're like, you can mark up books and stuff, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
on your e-reader.
Wow.
So you can underline things, you can write little notes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I used to do that with books.
yeah.
And you can still do that with books
Now you
too.
can keep doing it with books.
Yeah, but it's portable.
Books Palma.
Palma.
Wow.
And they also upgraded the camera by quite a bit to 16 megapixels for high-res scanning.
For high-res people.
High-res.
High-res PDF scanning. It is ironic we were talking about this slightly before the show, but we were like, well, what if they made it with a 120 hertz display
Yeah, I
and
can't wait
full
for the
color and
Boox OLED.
and it's smartphone. Yeah, the magic of this is that it's an e-reader and it does not allow you to do any of those things.
Are there anything, other than having a cell signal, are there any things that you wish the books did that it doesn't do? Or is it perfect?
It's pretty perfect. I don't really have any
Battery
problems
life
with
is
it. Battery life is amazing.
Can I think I mentioned this on the pod before, but a few weeks ago I used my books in an incredible way, where I was doing some like creative work at a music festival, and there was this DJ playing, and I really wanted like a live feed of the DJ with like a bunch of like effects on it to go to a projector, like that was projecting this massive screen, and the DJ and the projector are like 50 feet from each other. And instead of having to run a bunch of cables or like do something crazy, I just got an open source NDI camera app on the books. Because of its incredible battery life, I just set it up on the DJ table on a Gorilla Pod, and it just streamed for like 6 consecutive hours.
Black and white
No,
video.
color camera.
Oh, color camera.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and because I could turn the backlight off, like no one in the audience knew it was there. It was just like small and discreet.
Stealthy.
Yeah.
Wow. That is incredibly
Books Palma, baby.
niche, perfect
And it
use.
wouldn't have worked on any other device because the color screen would have killed the battery in like 2 hours.
So it's launching October 9th in China, but international price and availability are still unknown, which is sad because I want it. So, just had to bring that up for the Boox Palma enjoyers out there.
There's dozens of them.
Thanks.
I've seen that one. I've only seen memes from the show. I've never seen a whole episode, but I've seen clips that are clearly memes.
What show are you talking
from
about?
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
I know plenty of people. It's
Not The
Arrested
Office.
Development.
Oh, okay.
Arrested Development is the one show that starts off on fire, and everyone's like, it's not like The Office and Parks and Rec. They're like, just give it a season. Arrested Development is like episode 1. banger.
I still won't watch it, but that's good to know.
But you
That's
watched
good to know.
the racing movie.
Yeah, the F1 movie.
F1.
That was a good movie. Did I tell that story about how I watched that movie already?
We talked about it in the car.
I watched the movie on the plane on the way to the MetaConnect event, but we landed.
It was on the way
20
to Apple.
Same week.
No,
so
it was
we
the
forget
week.
It was Apple.
before.
It was Apple because
I was with you.
You watched it when we
Come
got
back.
to
Those are
the.
back-to-back weeks. Okay, so we landed 20 minutes before the end of the movie. So I closed the iPad and went to work for 4 hours, 48
Before the
days,
climax of the movie.
48 hours straight, whatever. Yeah, and then I realized as we were about to fly home that I hadn't seen the end of the movie yet. But I watched the end of the movie right before we took off.
Would you say it was predictable?
Yeah, I think the reason I didn't have to watch the last 20 minutes of the movie is because I knew exactly how it was going to go, and it did go how I thought it would, but it was cool to just...
Yeah, Verstappen wins WDC.
Yep, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Well, speaking of things with wheels,
Nice.
Wow.
I know I'm pretty good at this.
Did you set up the F1 movie? Okay. Well,
Oh yeah, that was my
Yeah.
multi-part scheme.
have any of you guys seen this liquid skateboard? This new electric skateboard that's
I did.
kind of out?
I watched the video.
Did you get... This is one of those things where Tim and I both talked to each other where it got just recommended on YouTube. That's where I saw it
Oh.
first.
I actually also got recommended on YouTube. It only had like 13,000 views.
It didn't have a ton of views, but it's...
Why are we in the demographic that it's recommended to?
I guess it still thinks we can skateboard.
Hey, hey,
I had not seen this. I just clicked the link. It says the first electric skateboard that feels like skateboarding.
Okay, so yes, we've obviously talked about Boosted. We have an entire episode about why Boosted rose and fell. You should definitely listen to it. It is like OG pod content. But I feel like electric skateboards have kind of fallen off since then, at least in popularity.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this one's going to be the next big hype one, but the interesting thing about it is kind of the most annoying thing about previous electric skateboards was the remote and always having to have a hand on the remote all the time.
Yeah. Okay.
The way this works is there's a pressure pad on the tail of the skateboard. It's a very average looking skateboard, not a longboard. It's got big cruising wheels on it, but it's a pretty average like nose and tail skateboard with a big battery pack on the bottom. And that pressure pad on the tail, the way it works is you push off like you're riding a skateboard, but once there's pressure on the pressure pad, it coasts at the speed that it's currently at.
Yeah, it maintains the
It
speed.
maintains the speed, yeah. So you can give it one push, step on, and you're going like kind of a slower speed. You give it a couple pushes and get up to speed, then put your foot on the back. Now you're at a higher speed. I think it's a really interesting way. The way you
That's
stop
genius. I'm
is
sold.
take your foot off, kind of put it down on the ground, and slowly stop like you would normally stop a skateboard.
Yeah.
Which is a great way to absolutely destroy your shoes.
Yeah,
But
this is why you wear Vans when you're skating.
No, Osiris.
Osiris.
What are Osiris?
Oh,
What are
please
chefs?
look up Osiris shoes.
What are
No,
chefs?
this is totally
You Google Osiris.
Osiris shoes. Did any of you own a pair? I owned at least two.
do you
bro.
Really? Wait,
They were so
do you think you have pictures of you in them?
Somewhere,
Not the
not
Apple
any
TV
that I'll
show.
find by the time this
Not the
episode
Apple TV
comes
show Osiris?
out. No, look up Osiris shoes. You're spelling it correctly.
Okay. Is that like a god thing?
Is it? I have no idea.
The name is, I believe, an Egyptian.
I think the best way, if shoes
What
looked
the
like
heck are
a
these?
jet puff marshmallow mixed with a stegosaurus,
Ew.
that's probably what
This is
Osiris
disgusting.
shoes are.
Mixed with like Rob Deerdeck.
The names of these shoes
Well-
are Clone, Rise Ultra, Peril.
I just have to fact check Ellis here for a second. Rob Deerdeck has always been DC.
Bro. What
Got
the
'em.
heck are these? What are those?
What are those? I
What
didn't
are
have.
those?
Maybe I had that pair.
My God.
They're rough. Where are your kicks?
I did
So,
not mean to send us down this rabbit hole.
So people wear these to skate? Oh yeah, obviously. There's a photo of them skating with them.
But this is cool though. The skateboard. I'm just reading about the skateboard now.
Yeah.
And it's $600 and it's pre-order, so obviously it's premium. But the idea is obviously if you skateboard longer distances and you just kind of want to cruise a little bit, the boosted board idea had a lot of traction and people loved it. It was cool. You can go really fast.
Yeah.
But this idea of feeling like a more natural skateboarding experience, because specifically the motor calibration is really good and it's really smooth to ride and can maintain your speed at whatever speed you pick,
Yeah.
that's clever.
It's supposed to feel exactly like a regular skateboard, which is cool.
The thing that's
Very
good
heavy
about skateboards at least the electric ones like this, is you can just like pick them up when you get to the subway. Like
Yeah.
that's the problem that I had. I
With
had an electric
electric
scooter. Like we have a bunch of things that we use in the office here.
Even some of the boosted
They're just
boards are-
hard.
Those are heavy. The
Yeah, they're
boosted-
heavy, but
yeah,
they're portable. Like you
that's
can just
true.
pick them up.
Yeah, I went to a grocery store with one though, and I didn't know what to do with it.
I think having
Just
2
drag
free
it with me.
hands also is.
Yeah.
Just drag
Put
it
your
this week.
groceries on it. It has
You
a
mall
remote.
grab it.
That's true. Yeah,
Pulls your cart.
I used to ride the thing almost every day until the incident. So it's crazy.
Fair enough.
We'll let people